Hey! Attempt number 3 of trying to make a video about my concert poster collection. So, this isn't it. This is only just a little glimpse of my concert poster collection. My collection started off with this one right here. Good friend of mine. Uh, his online presence. He's the tie dye climber. He's a tree climbing guy. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but he's a good friend of mine. And that's from the Further show at the Mann Center in Philadelphia, and from July 13th, 2013. I had went to the Homedale, New Jersey show the night before that, and I didn't even know these things existed. Concert posters existed. I didn't even know a thing about them. I never really went to the merch tables or anything. At concerts, I used to buy a T-shirt in the parking lot for $10 or $15. That was kind of my thing, and I have a whole bin of concert shirts that at some point I'd like to go through and show everybody. But shirts wear out, you know. Shirts are something that have a definitive life cycle to them. You wear them so many times, and then you eat a hot dog and get some mustard on it, and then there goes that shirt. So, but yeah, so my buddy and his wife very graciously bought me this poster. It's salute to the Rocky images. You know, there's a dancing bear on the steps of the Philadelphia Art Museum, I guess. And well, that one held a special place in my heart, and I actually it hung on my wall for years, just in the bag that it came in, because I really didn't have a frame. So I started buying some frames and stuff here a little while ago, and framing up some of my posters that I've collected over the years. And I didn't know what the whole deal was with concert posters. So uh, my friends were into them, and I used to know they used to like wait for the gates to open for a show, and they would go in first thing, and they would wait in line, and they'd miss out, 2 hours of parking lot fun, and while I was out in the parking lot having the fun, and then I'd meet up with them. And I was really stoked when my buddy and his wife bought me that poster. It's very special to me, and I love it. It's one of my favorites in my collection. So I started looking around, and I started seeing some of these different posters online and how beautiful they are. I mean, the artwork is just amazing. You can look at them for hours. So fast forward a couple of years, and I went to see Dead and Company, the final tour back in June. And my favorite venue is Star Lake Amphitheater out in Burgettstown, Pennsylvania. It's the Pittsburgh market. Uh, and I picked up this one here, this final tour concert poster here. Uh, it's it's a limited edition. This one's number 1625 out of 5,000. There are 3 different versions of that poster. I didn't know any of this. I mean, it was $65 at the show. They had a little merch table set out in the parking lot, basically to sell these posters. I guess this is a big thing, a big market that's really blown up in the past 10 or 15 years. All these posters, and it's cool. I mean, I like the artwork. It's hard to find places for them in my house, because they're all pretty big. They're all 16 by 24, and then till you get a frame. The frames, I believe, or I'm sorry, they're 18 by 24. They're not 16 by 24. They're 18 by 24. So the frames are like 24 by 28 or something. They're pretty big frames, and my house isn't that big, so I've quickly run out of room. And there's a whole community of people that collect these posters. So the first one that I bought myself at a show was this one, this Dead and Company one. And I have another one it's a round. It's on foil paper. It's really beautiful. It's round, and it was kind of hard to find a frame for. I'm still working on getting that framed. I've actually found that I enjoy making frames and finding frames and going to the thrift stores and finding different frames to frame this stuff up in. Yeah. So the next concert poster I bought at a show actually was this Dave Matthews Band poster. I bought that at the Dave Matthews show I went to, and I got the tour poster also. It's on the other side of the room here. And I like it. So some of the things about when you go to buy a concert poster, so you get in line. Some bands, like the Dave Matthews Band, I guess the band puts a limit, or maybe the artist. I don't know who exactly puts the limit on, but there's a 2 poster limit per customer, which is good, which makes it fair, you know, because they're limited. I mean, that one there, right there, I got number 713 out of 885, my Dave Matthews concert poster. So, you know, there's not that many of them, considering there's, you know, 20 or 30, 20, you know, 15, 20, 30,000 people that go to a show. If they're only putting out 800 posters, they're hard to get. You know, you got to get there early, and you got to get in line, and the conversations in line are absolutely beautiful about the whole poster scene. Everybody's there to buy a poster, you know, for the most part. And what I've noticed, and what I've seen online, and what I've seen in some poster groups, and what I saw at the shows, you know, in line. So at the Dead show, this is not a show poster. This is a concert. This is for the whole tour. Okay, it lists all the cities. It's not a show specific poster, where this one is a show specific poster. That one was for the Star Lake show. Okay. And if you notice, I have some smaller ones here, and these are actually show specific posters from the reprints. I listen. Once the show is over and these go into a secondary market, they sell for $65 typically at the shows. Some of these posters then a week later on eBay go $200, $300, $400. This one here, this Dave Matthews Band one in particular, it was $65 at the show, and then a few days later it was, you know, you couldn't touch it for less than $180. I'm not going to spend that kind of money. So I found some cool people out there that will absolutely, they love to make the reprints, and I don't listen. I'm not selling them. I'm not doing anything. They're for my enjoyment. They're for my pleasure, and they're on my wall. So if I can't get a show poster from a show that I went to, I do try to find a reprint, and I get them in a specifically smaller size for that reason. I don't try to get, you know, I don't try to make it that I'm, you know, getting an original poster. I get them in a smaller size. That way I can put more up too. You know, because there's a lot of shows that I went to, and I look through shows that I went to, and I see if there's artwork for them. Most stuff there is either a tour poster, or, you know, from about 2010 to current, there's been, you know, a specific show poster. And I had some cool stuff that I've managed to find. I love doing this, and it's something that I get a great amount of pleasure out of. I really do enjoy collecting all this beautiful artwork. There are some amazing artists that do this stuff. You know, every one of these posters is a great memory for me, and it was a good time. And you know, if a friend went with me and they don't, you know, I'll offer to buy them a poster. You know, I can buy 2. You know, at some bands, and, you know, I'll buy them one. If they don't want one, I'll find them a reprint. You know, and I'll buy it for them. I'll frame it for them, and you know, that way they have a memory of a great show with me, and, you know, we can always, you know, if I go over to their place, we can look at their, you know, and, hey, man, remember that, and remember this. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I have a lot of fun doing it. I'm not crazy about it, you know, and I think it's kind of, you know, it's kind of a fun thing to do with you know, going to a show, and it's a little bit of a different memory than just wearing a shirt, you know. So, yeah, you know, these are, like I said, these are some of my posters, and I have plenty more I'd like to show you. At some point, I'd like to actually do a real, you know, video of everything I have. Maybe I'll do that, you know, for posterity or something. But I'm glad if you watch this. I guess I need to recommend a Grateful Dead song for today, don't I? Well, I don't know. Okay, so how about this one? Because of the line in it: sign the Mona Lisa with a spray can, call it art, but never give your love, my friend, unto a foolish heart. So my Grateful Dead song for today is Foolish Heart. You guys have a great Thursday. Thanks for watching.